This is what happened when reserve driver Liam Lawson got yanked off his couch, thrown into a Red Bull on zero prep, and almost outqualified four-time world champion Max Verstappen at his own home track. And to say Max is pissed is an understatement. He has a lot to say about this, and so do some opinionated F1 fans. And of course, Andrea Stella gives his 2 cents on how he thinks everything Max is saying is a big load of crap. Watch till the end because, my God, the 2026 F1 drama is getting more chaotic by the moment. Here's the full gist, my friends. When full-time rookie Isack Hadjar sustained an injury right after the summer break, Red Bull Racing had to scramble and call up Lawson for the Dutch Grand Prix at Zandvoort. Lawson shocked the entire paddock by placing his RB22 in P8 on the grid, sitting directly behind Verstappen in P7, with the two Red Bulls separated by a microscopic 0.115 seconds. It is safe to say that Max's ego takes an immediate hit. The moment qualifying finished, reporters rushed to Max to ask how a substitute driver with zero weekend preparation could match his pace so quickly. Max had 2 choices when it came to answering that question. He could either admit Lawson is a god or blame the car. Max chose to blame the car. To be fair, Verstappen started off his response by defending Lawson by calling his drive a very solid job on short notice, but then he dropped a massive technical claim about modern Formula 1. He argued that current 2026 regulations make it a lot easier for any driver to find the absolute limit on a single lap. Under the new engine rules, 350 kilowatt MGU-K battery deployment limits cause top speeds to flatten out early on every straight. That battery clipping creates an artificial lap time ceiling, which flattens performance and shrinks teammate gaps across the grid to mere hundredths of a second. Telemetry data from Circuit Zandvoort turned this debate into an absolute boxing match, because the sector breakdown proved where the lap time actually lived. Lawson carried higher apex speed through turn 8 by 1.5 kilometers per hour, taking a 45 thousandths lead through the high-speed sweeping corners of Sector 2. Verstappen only retained P7 because he squeezed every drop of late-braking magic out of Sector 1, braking 3 to 5 meters later into Turn 1 and carrying more speed through the banked final turn. On the straights, both cars hit identical battery deployment walls at the exact same moment, confirming that top-end acceleration was capped by MGU-K software limits rather than driver throttle control. A little shameless plug alert, please hit the like button if you want 600 years of good luck. Thanks, mate. The moment the qualifying classification hit the screens, the F1 fan base erupted into pure, unadulterated chaos. Fans immediately started roasting Red Bull management for the way they treated Lawson over the last 2 years. For months, team bosses treated Lawson like an afterthought, putting him on the sidelines while shuffling through driver lineup rumors. Yet the second Lawson got thrown into a Red Bull without a single practice session to prepare, he parked the car 1/10 of a second behind Max Verstappen. Fans pointed out the absolute hilarity of Lawson completely embarrassing Red Bull's talent evaluators, proving that the junior program management had been blind to his pace all along. That result sparked an aggressive war across the community between 2 die-hard fan camps. One side of the fan base claimed Max is officially losing his single-lap edge, arguing that a 4-time world champion should be pulling at least 4/10 of a second on a substitute driver who hasn't raced the car all year. The hardcore Verstappen fans fired back immediately, claiming the RB22 is an undrivable, toxic shitbox tractor that only Max can drag into the top 10. They insisted that dragging an unstable Red Bull to P7 was a miracle, and that Lawson only got close because fresh soft tires masked the handling disaster over a single lap. McLaren team principal Andrea Stella saw those comments and publicly called bullshit on Max's excuses. Stella told reporters that he respectfully disagrees with Max's assessment, arguing that telemetry across the grid proves that managing car balance, tire thermal degradation, and energy harvesting still requires extraordinary driver skill. McLaren is currently sitting P3 in the Constructors' Championship, locked in a fierce fight behind Mercedes and Ferrari. Stella was not about to let Max dismiss all the hard work Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri are doing as easy car physics. So he stepped up to the microphone and claimed that teammate gaps are shrinking because engineering teams are converging on setups, not because modern cars are easy to drive. Verstappen admitted that Red Bull tried massive setup changes overnight at Zandvoort, but the underlying handling issues on the RB22 remain completely unsolved. Fans are now watching Zandvoort with intense scrutiny, waiting to see if Lawson can maintain this pace during race distance or if tire degradation exposes the real difference between the two drivers. Now, I need you to tell me in the comments if you think Lawson proved he belongs in Red Bull permanently, or if Max is right about modern cars being too easy. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, watch the next video on your screen right now, and as always, have an amazing day, my friends.